What is next for Israel Adesanya? Does he get the Sean Strickland rematch? Does he just say fuck it and retire? Or does he win his next 10 fights and become middleweight GOAT? You'll see. So first of all, does he get the immediate rematch? I think he does not deserve it. You know, by merit, it should be Dricus du Plessis. Now, we all know the UFC does not work off of merit, but I do think there's only really one man who knows what's going to happen, and that man's Dana White. And to be honest, I don't think he has a set plan right now. So this is very up in the air. We really have no idea, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Dana's opinion on this rematch is being swayed, and I don't think it should happen, and I don't think it will. Now, I think Izzy's next fight should be Robert Whitaker. I don't care when they do it, how they do it, or where it is. If they do that fight night card in Auckland, then that'd be cool. They probably would rather have Izzy on a pay-per-view because that's just a lot of money in their pocket, but I don't care where they do it, but it definitely should be Robert Whitaker. You know, giving a guy farther down the rankings a shot at Izzy doesn't really, a shot to fight Izzy doesn't really make any sense. He's such a, you know, huge name, and you know, Robert Whitaker's second fight was close. It's been a minute. They were probably going to rematch at some point anyway. I think that makes sense, man. Give Robert the chance to avenge himself, and then give Izzy the chance to, you know, actually be deserving of a title rematch. Or just a title shot in general. Now, Israel Adesanya. His future matchups for the belt, man. He is going to have to go through 3 tough fucks right here in Hamzat, Strickland, and Dricus du Plessis. I think these are the only 3 people who have an actual chance at touching that belt anytime soon. You know, Izzy's, I don't want to say he's past his prime. He's probably got about a year left in his actual prime. I mean, we did just see him get, you know, literally and metaphorically dog walked, but he's still got like a year left in his, you know, peak. I mean, he's definitely on the backswing of it, but the big thing is that he has 3 terrible matchups to get back to the belt. First of all, he's got Hamzat Chimaev, man. This is his worst matchup by far. You know, Izzy's route to victory here is, you know, hope that he can either catch Hamzat or, you know, hope he can hit him to the body and somehow keep Hamzat off him and hope he gasses and then TKO him or win a decision. Both of those are extremely unlikely. What's very likely is that Hamzat does what he always does, gets you against the fence or just picks you up and puts you on the fucking floor, grabs a hold of Izzy's long ass neck and just puts him to sleep, or really any submission. It's his worst matchup. Honestly, 10%. I'm not gonna say 10% is generous, but like, man, he has a legitimate 10, like 9 out of 10 times Hamzat wins, which is just, you know, it's not a good matchup, and it's likely that Hamzat gets the belt pretty soon. Now, Adesanya versus du Plessis. This is actually his best matchup, stylistically wise. Because Dricus is not as good of an offensive wrestler or grappler as Hamzat, and of course he's pretty open on the feet. I still think Dricus wins the fight, but if Dricus gets the belt, Adesanya better just, you know, that juju at 3 a.m. he does, that shit works if Dricus gets the belt. If, you know, Dricus versus Strickland gets booked, and then Dricus wins. Because it's by far his best matchup. You know, the Hamzat fight and the Strickland fight, probably not going to be close. They're probably going to be just dominations, but you know, Dricus is either going to win by domination or lose by domination, most likely. He's not really, I mean, it could be a close fight, but it's probably, he's either going to knock out Izzy or, you know, take him down and submit him. Most likely, I would say take him down and submit him in the 2nd or 3rd round. Or he loses a decision, or gets chin. It's just, he has so many ways to win and lose the fight that it makes it more of a toss-up, you know. But Adesanya versus Strickland too, man, that's another tough fight for Izzy. We just saw how that last one went, and I don't know what big adjustments Izzy could make to win the fight. What's he gonna do? Come out there and wrestle? Nah, I'm just kidding. But honestly, I should probably give it more like an 80-20 because I do think Adesanya's a good striker, and while we saw what happened, he got dominated basically 50-45. That fight, I do think there's a decent chance he comes back and beats Strickland, but still a terrible matchup for him. And I'm saying 8 out of 10 times Strickland's winning that fight. And we can see by all those things, man. In conclusion, will Izzy ever get the belt back? My answer is no, man. I don't think he'll ever be middleweight UFC champion of the world ever again in his career. I think he's done. I think, he was a great fighter. I think a lot of people are shitting on Izzy right now, man. And it's kind of annoying. Like, I get it. The dog stuff's weird, but no matter what he does, he'll retire as the... sorry, I didn't mean to write middleweight GOAT. That's a straight up typo. I meant to cite, second greatest middleweight. Make sure no one just screenshots this and holds me accountable to this. I say second greatest middleweight fighter. That's a typo. Give him his flowers, man. Everyone's loving to hate him right now. It's just everyone's team fuck Izzy. And, people act like he's not a top 10 striker in the UFC right now. Crazy statement. He's a great striker. Strickland was better. I'm not even really an Izzy fan. Let's not fucking kick a man while he's down. Just lost his belt. He has this drunk driving thing. Like, give him a break. But yeah, in conclusion, I don't think he'll ever be the 185 champ again.